All right, so I just need wickets is basically the point here, because it could be all very pear shaped. We've got Gilchrist at short leg because again I forgot to make him the keeper. Who was the keeper again? Looks like Matthew Hayde might be the keeper, and Gilly in at short leg. Why is everyone messaging me? Leave me alone. This mic placement is also throwing me, because I can't see shit. So I'm 77 ahead. Need these wickets. Who was the worst performed on the weekend? India or Liverpool? What was the Liverpool score? What was the Who's the bloke who ate Ange Postecoglou? I feel like he was probably worst on ground. Because that was definitely poor form. Liverpool lost against Manchester United. Right, interesting. Pop out that chat as well. Sorry, YouTube chat, I'm getting you up as well, so I can see some things. Ignore that noise. I definitely didn't break anything. Last ball of the over. Going for a maiden. It's in the air and it's going to be 4 runs. Oh, there we go. I don't know what happened. The mic might have just unplugged itself or something. Sorry. Thank you for letting me know that. It's been a rough day. it's been a rough start to the stream, hasn't it? Just L's all around. Professional, by the way. Professional. The most professional, least professional. When am I doing the summer of cricket? I'm only going to be doing the tests. Edged. Punter in the slips. Oh, he's put it down. That absolutely came like a rocket. As Sainty hits us with a 30-month resub. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate that.
Happy 30th anniversary to my least favorite streamer.
Joe Root nicking again, and this time Ponting takes the catch. Classic cricket 24. Nobody does it better. It's Mitchell Johnson who's got 3. Is the game audio a bit loud? Looks a little bit loud. Let's turn it down a fraction. Very lucky. Very lucky indeed. What is that? Oh, no, I'm not doing that. Yes. Redeem myself. Ben Stokes in next. Warn to continue to KP because this is the matchup everybody loves to see. Oh, warning. That's nice. That's nice. Maybe just didn't quite get there with the turn amount. It's absolutely beautiful from Gilchrist as well. Good morning, Blue Moon Boy. Yes. Try slider Yorkers or full toss. Well, I mean, I managed to take a wicket, so See how that goes. That almost got through the gap. Quite a late morning. I mean, it is, what is it, 8:41 p.m. for me in the little old town of Melbourne. That's almost a catch, and that would have been ridiculous. Steve Smith there at short leg, just doing nice. Who exactly is on the Aussie All-Star 11? Well, it's an Ashes All-Star team, so it's not quite an all-time Australian side. And it's of the last 25 years that I have decided to pick it on. So we've got Hayden Langer, Ponting Smith, Clark, Warren, Johnson, Starks in there as well, and McGrath we also have in the mix. There he is with the big green hat on. Yes, small town Melbourne, famous for its popularity of Dean and about 14 other people, yes. All right, Mitchell Johnson to continue to KP. Bit of outswing across the right-hander. There is a cover gap there. We are enticing that drive. They'll pick up two. Ben Stokes not really... Oh, what is that throw? That is an awful throw from Glenn McGrath. The Pidge has conceded a boundary. Yes. Do you think Pat Cummins will play? Well, I think he's going to play at some point. Don't know if he's going to be playing the whole summer. They said he's more likely to get in a little bit later. What is going? Yeah, righto. I didn't watch the MotoGP, no. But it was certainly on. Sorry. Yes. Will you play any other country 11 team or just Australia and England? Well, this is a specific Ashes thing that I'm doing here. Do you hear the POM commentator says Steve Smith is Steve Smith? I feel like that's more a New Zealand thing than a British thing. Yeah. As Deck hits us with a prime as well. 16 months of prime. We love to see it. Brian can't believe that. It's sharp. Jack Miller. Yeah, he's not having a good patch at the moment, is he? He's having a few issues on the old bicycle of the motor variety. Might have been a while ago, but how was the long trip? It was really only like 4 weeks. From on edge and through the gap and 4 runs. Not quite 4 runs, actually. Probably just the 2. No, it was a fun little family holiday. Yeah. 10 p.m. in New Zealand right now. It's only 8:45 for me. Constas is overrated. Constas is a young player who I think is not really overrated, but he's probably getting too much media coverage at the moment because of the Boxing Day test last year, and I don't know how much that is helping his cricket right now. It's interesting. It's nice. Nice. Is daylight savings still in the UK for another week, right? And then it sort of moves off. I remember why I didn't have the mic here. Because I couldn't see shit. That's why. Oh well. We'll see how we go. Stark to continue. Gee, that's nice. Nice. England won by 65 runs. Yes. In the T20 game, where Harry Brook took the piss. It's a mic stream. The mic's... Oh. How do I get it out of the way? I need to move this, maybe. Maybe I need to move the camera positioning. I've got a lot of things. It's because I've adjusted a lot on this table. I've adjusted the entire setup to fit everything in a position. that has maybe not quite helped. Yeah. It's not any runs there either. ODI was bad because of the rain delay. Yes, the first time it's ever rained in Perth ever. Not just for cricket, they've actually just never had rain in the history of Perth. So, extraordinary world first that you all saw. And it did affect the cricket for us. Oh, that's a short ball that KP has not got anywhere. G'day, H-Dog. Or see you, H-Dog. Sorry, you're heading off. Daylight savings changes in the UK on Sunday. There you go. I knew it was close. Shot. 4 for Stokes. Pummeled through the offside. Feng Shui, yes, the Feng Shui. Stark did not bowl 175.5. I don't know how... I think Star was the only broadcaster that had that. I don't think it came up on the Fox one like that, but bizarre. Pakistan and South Africa also playing Test cricket right now. Yes, they are. I saw Pakistan won the first Test. Obviously, yes. Obviously, a glitch in the speed gun. I don't know if it was a glitch at the speed gun or if it was a glitch on the broadcast. Could have been either. Either or. Must have been the rain. I don't know how that wasn't a wide, by the way. That was extraordinarily outside the off stump. Another over gone. 4 for 132. It seems like there's no longer going to be a licensed New Zealand side in Cricket 26 based off all the media releases and stuff as well, which is a little disappointing. They might have lost the Super Smash too. That's in the air. That's over, everyone. That'll be 4. Beautiful pull shot from Kevin Peterson. Pakistan 177-3 at T in the second Test. Was that a quick turnaround? I feel like they only just finished the first Test. You know? Oof. That's stuck in the deck. Non-licensed New Zealand team. Yeah. So I think, from what I've seen anyway, the West Indies, Pakistan, Australia, England, and Ireland are still going to be licensed. Which still means no South Africa, no New Zealand, no Sri Lanka. And then there will be probably the same 9 IPL teams that will be licensed again. Oh, there's a run-out chance here at the bowler's end. Scurrying back, Kevin Peterson, after being sent back. First Test finish on Wednesday. Okay, so it has been 4 or 5 days in between. How do you download Australia's new kits? If you have a look on the... Not the store. What am I thinking of? Fortnite. If you go to the Academy... Catch that. Oh, it was in the air. There's no one at point. Goes through everyone. That'll be a boundary. But yeah, if you want to know how to download new kits, yeah, definitely just go to the Academy, search Australia, and then you like sort it by most recent, and then you can get the new kit that way. But you'll have to make then a copy of the Australian team, etc. That's a quick run that they're going to make. Yeah. Pakistan doesn't put massive gaps between tests because we usually play 2 or 3 tests in a series. Yeah, that's probably fair. Don't know about the silly point in for Glenn McGrath. He's bowling full like that. There you go. The sponsor never shows up. Well, yeah, sometimes there's glitches in these things. But yes, the community will obviously make non-licensed teams of of all these. And obviously because a lot of these top players anyway play in the IPL, and there's a lot of the IPL teams that will be licensed, despite India not being licensed. You will have still probably most of the Indian Test team in the game, and most of a lot of these other nations with really good head models in the game as well. So yeah, it'll be similar to Cricket 24. It'll almost be the exact same identical teams to Cricket 24, which means you really hope they've changed the gameplay if there hasn't been a whole bunch of licensing changes, which is seemingly what the entire last update was about. Oh, that's a nice delivery. You think Ashes Cricket 17 is the most realistic cricket game ever made? That's what Batman says. I think 19 was pretty good. They had big heads. I think the game was pretty good. Alright, let's go back to some spin. Need a bit more Warne. Warne v Peterson's always the challenge, isn't it? What doesn't beat the gap? Commentary names might carry over. Yeah, I can see them not doing a whole heap to change that if it's predominantly working. Like, I would prefer them to just not give a stuff about the commentary, to be honest. It's probably one of the things that is not cost effective in terms of the actual overall experience. I'd rather your voice act like cutscenes from career mode instead, and put all your effort into that. That's very close. It's a wrong, and is it turning too much? No, the umpire gives it out. Warne does get rid of KP. That's a big time wicket. Come on, Kevin. Jeez, this is a fantastic model of him there. Oh, that's just beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. The finger goes up. Yeah, that's definitely hitting leg stump there. KP out for 21. It's 5 for 143. As Flintoff, the Freddy, comes in next. Have we got Flipper? Oh, yeah. Bowling Shane. The king of spin with a lovely breakthrough for us in that over. It's 5 for 143. England are still 46 behind. There's a small chance here I end up with a first innings lead, depending on what Stokes and Flintoff, the two all-rounders, can do for England. That's in the gap. There's nobody there. Big boundaries here at the G. So they will probably pick up 3. Keeper's end. No, just the 2, I think, again. G'day, Rick Astley Demons. I don't know. One player from Australia you wished you could watch live. I don't know, actually. I feel like I got to witness a lot of really good players in my time. Like, pretty much all of this team I'd seen live. One player. Maybe, you know, the Don, like Bradman or something. Or maybe like Dennis Lilly. I feel like I would have been a huge Dennis Lilly fan back in the day, if I grew up in that era. I always loved the quick bowlers. Brett Lee, Mitch Johnson, Mitch Stark. The ones with just serious heat, you know. Dean thinks Cricket 19 was good despite suffering PTSD from the Maxwell Challenge. Yes. Well, you know, it's fine. Round the wicket? Yeah, I actually don't mind a round the wicket strategy here. Let's try it. Let's see if it works. Might get an edge. Or a dot. Twisty, I got a question. Want to get your opinion. What's your opinion on Andrew McDonald and the Australian selectors practically gatekeeping young talent from the national side? I wouldn't say that. Like, especially if you look at how they've approached white ball games of late, they've definitely gone with a lot of next-gen players. But I think with the test team, you have to pick the best players that are available. Unfortunately, obviously, it seems like everyone's old because guys like Webster have come in when they're 30. Boland obviously started when he was post-30. Consis was obviously the only youngish player. They've kept Cameron Green in there for a long period of time, and he was very young when he first started in the team. So I understand your point of saying, they, might be gatekeeping young people, but I think when someone gets in and they're a really good player for a long period of time, which is what we've had, it's difficult to push them out for the sake of the next generation when this team has been very successful for a long period. Oh, that has somehow missed everyone. Yes, I'm a Melbourne Stars fan. The only team to have never won a Big Bash competition. 5 for 1, 5-3. What's the lead? It's like 20 runs, right? $36. Morning from Jamaica, Barry. Huge. Jamaica. I've thought about going to the subcontinent, as they say. No, not the subcontinent. What is it? The West Indies? The Caribbean. That's the word. I feel like it would be a bit of a vibe. Thoughts on the first one-dayer? I think obviously lots of people will say Australia were lucky because of the rain, but India were like 4 down after 13 overs or something. Like, they were not in a good position in that game. The chances that they were going to be bowled out for sub 200 anyway were probably pretty high. Yeah. That's a maiden. 5 for 153. I will not be doing the 1,000-run challenge again. At least not for a while. Oh, it's an unbelievable catch there at short leg. I'm not sure you saw it because I didn't see it. Let's take a look on the replay here. But Flintoff has just hit it straight into the waiting arms of Steve Smith. It's a 6 for 153. This game takes the piss, everyone. Matt Pryor, yes. He loves a first ball duck. Ooh, to be a second hat-trick ball wicket. Yes. Mate, I'm half a chance here to roll them and have a lead, which is extraordinary. Oh. Twisty, who will win the trophy against India and give your series result? Australia 1-0 in the one-dayers. They will actually get stronger for the next 2 games because Carey will be back, Zampa will be back, and potentially Inglis also plays in that team. So I feel like it was going to be Australia should win the one-day series. As for the T20s, I think India probably do have the advantage there. Australia's not a great overall T20 side. I mean, they're pretty good, but I just don't think they're all, always that good. That's no run. Yes. Am I watching any of the games? I'll be watching all the games on my television screen. I'll try to go to the Melbourne... Australia are 15-1 from their last 16 T20s. Is that true? That's crazy. That's actually cooked. I didn't think we were that good. I just never know with Australia. We expect so much. We just expect to be winning everything all the time. Oh, Stokes here's going to play a really handy knock, isn't he? He's gonna get him a lead. You can see that. Favourite Ashes moment? Warren's 700th wicket. Is got to be up there. Favourite IPL team? I don't really know much about the IPL because it just happens so late at night, and I just can't get invested into it. I'm not a big franchise cricket fan. Do you know me? I was your college mate. I didn't have any friends at college. I don't know who you could possibly be trying to intimidate or, pretend to be. Everyone was a grub. Oof. College in Australia? I mean, people do have colleges. Yeah. I guess college in Australia is just like uni, but people living on campus. They call it college. Yeah. What's your opinion on Broad saying this Australian side is the worst since 2010? It's all fodder. Mate, can we all just agree that it is so much better when these people who are ex-players just chat shit before the first test? Like, it's so much more entertaining. Like, they could say the most... Like, Warner can say the most outrageous shit. Broad can say the most outrageous shit. It's good for the game. It creates hype and banter and, like... Whether it's true or not doesn't really matter. As long as people get invested. That's all that really matters.
End of the over. The
Yeah.
score is now
6-5-59.
for 159.
College, what we call on-campus accommodation. Yes. I don't know this field. It's not working for me at the moment. Stokes punches that through. Point for another boundary. What are you expecting from Cricket 26 and what are you hoping for? To be fair, it's hard to expect a whole heap to change. I feel like it's probably going to look pretty similar. It's probably going to play pretty similar. Which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing. I don't think there are... Like, I think there are maybe animation things you could change to make it look better. You can obviously make the graphics better and nicer. From a gameplay point of view, like, this stuff looks kind of cool. So I think from actually ball to ball, not a whole lot's going to change. I hope maybe there's a lot more, like, playing and missing rather than the ball just constantly either hitting the middle of the bat or not at all. Or, like, you're not playing a shot like that's come out of the middle of the bat. I feel like there needs to be more miss hits for just regulation shots. But maybe that can be like a difficulty-based thing. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. And as for the manager career, I think that'll be something different to do. There'll obviously still be the player career. Like, I'll still do a player career. I'll try to do a manager career as well, because obviously it's the flashy new thing. But I think the player career will still be the thing that most people play the most. Yeah. That's what I reckon. I think Cricket 26 will finally have accurate nut hitboxes and hit in the balls animations. That's a great question. One I would love to see in the game. I think that would really add some realistic elements. It'd be great. Your thoughts on I was going to say Cohill. Coley and Rowett. They did not have a great start to the series, did they? So interesting. I think if their expectation is to play the next One Day World Cup, they're going to have to get a little bit of form. Otherwise, you know, India has lots and lots of players that are definitely worth you know, that will take their chances. So if those guys are past their best and there is someone else who is next in line, willing to step up to the plate, then by all means, they will look for an opportunity and try to take it. Just like Matty Pryor is here. He's got Ben Stokes the other end doing a nice job. Can he stick with him for a little bit? Do you recommend getting it when it comes out in terms of what you know already? I know as much as everyone. I don't know anything. Never knew Matt Pryor as a star. He was the best keeper for England in the last 25 years in Ashes series. If you look at the stats, checks out. Coley at least had great form in Champions Trophy. Yeah, and they hadn't played a one-dayer since. Like, their last one-day game was the Champions Trophy final. Yeah. Talking shit before a competition is par for the course. Whether what you say rings true or not makes potential humble pie to be eaten all the more funny. But that's the whole point of, like, the Ashes, is just everyone wants to take the, like... You just want, like, both countries just want to be right and shove it in the other's face. It's just like the ultimate bragging rights. Which is why it's great when they talk shit. Because you love it. Alright, I need a wicket now. Desperate for a wicket. Come on. Again. I mean, I would like to see this not happen in the new game. But you do love to see Steve Smith just taking one-handers off rockets like that. It's 7 for 169. Just the ultimate no shot. Oh, stump him! Did you see there was also a shoey dismissal that was not a shoey dismissal in the Shield the other day? Where someone hit the ball into their shoe and it bounced up in the air. And I thought, oh, that is literally straight out of the cricket games. Unbelievable. Superhuman Smith at short leg. Anyway, Gilchrist is at silly point. He'll probably take the next one. 20 runs the Australian lead. England 3 wickets in hand. It's going to be very close first innings scores here. Oh, Graham Swan, another big swing and another big miss. All the best, ended that over 7 for 169. Well, if we think Stokes is just going to tonk us, let's cover off the scoring avenues, shall we? Man, I've still bowled it too full. Still bowled it too full. And he'll pick up, not a boundary, because Smith, excellent again in the field. Just the 3 in the end. G'day, Cyrus, Harvender, Nimit. Predictions for the T20 squad for Australia. They already have announced their T20 squad. Yeah? They just haven't picked an 11. And there's a lot of people in that team, so I don't really know. And I don't have it in front of me to pick a squad from. Because who doesn't play... Like, Stark doesn't play T20, so Hazelwood leads the bowling attack. Alice probably plays in the T20s. Zampa obviously plays. Then you've still got, like, Carey... Not Carey. Please tell me the squad. Just look at the internet. You've literally typed half of the question into my chat. You can copy paste that into Google and it will be great for you, I'm sure. It'll be far more accurate than I can be. Inglis will be the keeper. Inglis is the incumbent white ball keeper. Then I don't think Philippe gets picked. Tim David, Mitch Marsh, Travis Head. Well, I don't think Head plays all the T20s in this one because obviously he's got the Ashes. Like by the end of the T20s, it will just be very franchisey players. When's the Big Bash draft? Already happened. Earlier in the year. All the squads are like locked in. Again, I can't tell you who's where. You'll just have to use the power of the internet to look that up yourself. It's a great tool. Oh, how did that miss the off stump? Michael Clark has no idea. I've seen Michael Clark's podcast. Clips from that have been popping up all over my feed of late. Well, Graham Swan is just a walking wicket at this point. 7 for 173. Glenn McGrath. Shot. Stokes keeping England in this. And getting them just to enough of a little bit of a handy score. I've really got to get him out. If I get Stokes out, they probably lose, the next 2 wickets for nothing. So it's just, can I restrict him? How do you feel about the Sixers squad this year? Well, yeah, if Stark and Smith play, like, rip. Seriously. Who do you think should open for the Ashes this year? We kind of had this discussion before. It's so tricky because you probably want to pick the best 6 batsmen. We've seen Australia do that before and it not always have the success that it wants. But you have to pick Marnus Labuschagne in the team because he's the most informed long-form batter at the moment, who's like next in line, who wasn't in the previous test. Up-ish. No run. You feel for Trescothick not getting a place in this team? Yeah, well. Leading edge there. It was close, I think. I think he was close. I don't think McSweeney's in the mix. What about Jake Weatherald? I think he's in the mix. I don't know whether they'll go with him because, like, that's a real specialist opener choice, whereas you probably are going to pick between Marnus, Green, and Webster. And, like, 2 of the 3 of them are playing. And if you put all 3, then one of those 3 opens. Trescothick is in the Moral England Ashes All-Stars.
End of the over. Batting team are now
Yes.
7 for 170.
Why not we'll call Justin Langer? Well, Langer's in this team that I'm playing with. That's in the air, and that's going to be runs. Graham Swan showing a bit of ticker at the crease. I'll have none of that, thank you. Yeah, that's exactly right. That's what you get. You hit me for a boundary, I'm going to absolutely send it towards your scone. It's another short ball. Is that another wide? It is another wide. It's back to backs. I think Australia win 4-1 in the Ashes. Or it could be 5-0. I don't know. Until England win a test in Australia, they haven't won a test in Australia for a long time. So we'd like to see that. Like, there's a lot of confidence. Oh, that might go on to the stumps. That's a no ball. I feel like there's a lot of confidence coming from the England camp. Oof. We'll be interested to see how well they go by the time the Ashes rolls around. I'd love to see it be competitive. Like Australia, obviously, the only team that's been competitive against Australia in Australia the last 10 years has been India. Every other team we have walloped here. Like New Zealand, 3-0. South Africa, 3-0. Pakistan, 3-0 twice. The West Indies was 1-1 one year, which was great. But other than that, yeah, no one else has really come close. So hopefully England give a competitive series because, as Aussies, all we really want to do is actually see some competitive cricket at home. Like, the most exciting part of the last Ashes, other than Boland taking 6 for 7, was the... maybe it was the 21-22 Ashes, was when Australia were, like, trying to win the test on the last day in Sydney to make it 5-0, and England batted out the draw to make it 4-0. But it was like, that was the most exciting part of the Ashes last time. Was because it was an actual contest. Not that England were ever a chance of winning, but they were a chance of not losing. Yeah. Twisty, you should low-key do the World Test Championship Series. That was fun as hell to watch. It just took way too much time. That's in the air, no run. Oh, just the one. And Smudge bowled the last over. Exactly. And Smudge bowled the last over. It was great. I think they have the lead. What's the score? Right, they're 1 behind. Sorry, that's why I pulled out. England are only 1 run behind right now. Still 3 wickets in the shed, and Stokes not out. He's playing the type of knock you need him to. Can we get that breakthrough wicket? Oh, bouncing that through the offside. And it's going to be 4. Do you think it will rain at the SCG test? Yes. Of course it's going to rain. When does it not rain? It's the only test in the last, 10 years that has lost days of play. Consistently. I think the Sydney test has lost more days of play due to rain than the rest of the tests combined. Extraordinary.
End of the over. The batting team are now 7 for 192.
There will be a wicket in this over. I can guarantee you of that. Almost there. Ooh. Did I see Owen's debut knock last night? He opened and still got 46 not out. Mitch Owen. I believe Mitch Marsh got 46 not out. I don't know about Mitch Owen. I think he batted at 3 or 4. Come on, Warney. Edge taken! Stokes is gone. A ripping catch in the slips. I told you at the beginning of that over that I guaranteed a wicket. And sure enough, we managed to find one. Michael Clark. Beautiful stuff there. 8 for 193. Brings Stuart Broad out to the middle. And then I think Jimmy's at 11. 8 for 193. Who's keeping if it's not Gilly? Oh, it was supposed to be Gilchrist, but it's Hayden. I must have just pressed the wrong button on the wrong player. But it was 100% supposed to be Gilchrist. These teams are only of the last 25 years, for those wondering. That's why it's not any more than that. Yeah, the face texture on Warnie's not great, but it was still probably the best one that I was able to find on the Academy. Ooh. Nice, Mitchell. Nice. Oh, they're running. They're running. Rogue running decision. They'll get there, though. 8 for 194. Did you hear about Boomer being out for the Ashes? Well, I'm not surprised. He doesn't play for Australia or England. So I wouldn't have thought he would be in the Ashes. What do I do now? Getting rid of my head. Right. This is the state of play at lunch. Shane Warne has the couple of wickets. Mitchell Johnson has a couple of wickets, and Glenn McGrath's got one as well. England are 6 runs ahead, 5 runs ahead. And they've got 2 wickets in the shed. And that rhymed. So hopefully I'll get these next 2 wickets pretty quickly and then try to not cook it when I'm in with the bat a little bit later on. G'day JS30, hope you're well. You had an All-Stars teams while Gilchrist was batting and hit a 4 and Gilchrist was commentating. I love that. I love when there's all the meta jokes. Edged. Taken. Warne has 5. England are 9 down. That's a pretty regulation catch. And unfortunately for Graham Swan, he's got to go. Matty Hayden behind the stumps did a good job there. It's 9 for 194. Well, you're a mod. You can fix that. Look, this was, I'm telling you, this was still, I looked at probably 50 different Warnes. This was the best one I found on the Academy. Now let's angle across, get this last wicket. Oh, nice. I must say, when I only made 180 or whatever, I thought that's probably not going to be a great result. But by the end of this, it's been an excellent result. That's in the air and just wide of the fielder. They'll pick up 2 here, Stuart Broad. They'll look for a 3rd, almost. Get themselves out. Dean, where has the streams and posts been lately? I've been very busy. I'm a working boy, unfortunately. But I will do my best to get a lot more cricket stuff out during the summer of cricket. It's my duty. I'll just try and do a lot more short stuff. What have I been up to? I've literally just been working. I have not been doing anything fun. Like, I was in Sydney on Thursday last week. You know why? Because I was at work. I went to work. And then I came home. I was literally up at 4, home at 10, and then I had work at 7 a.m. for the next day. Oh, that's just brilliant fielding from Glenn McGrath. You love to see it. End of the over, 2 from it. D forgot to charge his gravity belt, and since he lives in Australia, he fell off the planet. Yes, the T's and C's. Yes. What are you? I'm an idiot sandwich, yes. Twisty, do you think Steve Smith will retire after the Ashes? No, I don't think so. Do you think you're going to get tickets to the Boxing Day test? Yes, I do have tickets to the Boxing Day test. What is going on? Yes, the toothpaste factory. My favourite of all the factories.
End of the over. The batting team are now 9 for 196.
Can I just get this last wicket and be done with this innings? Catch that. Oof. Oh. Teko, I'm so excited for the Ashes. So excited. Should be amazing. What the fuck is happening? Oh my god. That is an extraordinary shot. I've won cricket. See ya, Smith, probably. How angry were you when... Hang on. When Ben Stokes won England a Ash? Yes. Ah, the test match by 1 wicket. I mean, I don't see the point in getting angry over these things. Like, I was like thrilled the fact that I was up watching that game. Like, it's just an unbelievable performance. Would I have preferred Australia to win? Of course. But like, as it's unfolding and you're witnessing something that is probably never going to be done again, you're thinking, this is pretty fucking good. Edge goes to grass. Yeah. Can we get one to just turn in a little bit more, maybe? What are my thoughts on Cricket 26? Well, it's not out yet. Don't know anything about it. Can't give you any sort of judgment calls. Could be awful. Could be the worst cricket game anyway. Could be the worst cricket game we've ever seen. Could be the best cricket game we've ever seen. I will not be swayed by a press release with absolute buzzwords and crap. Because that's what every press release that Big Ant does on a video game ever is. And, like, I'm sure that some executive thinks they're being cool by saying, this is the most creative and most in-depth and most amazing game we've ever made. Well, guess what? If you don't show people that, why are they going to give a shit? You can't just put words on a piece of paper and expect people to decide that because you said, yes, please buy the thing that we're making, they're going to do it. Like, that doesn't work like that. It's not 1995, where there's no such thing as marketing anymore. Like, we've seen more from GTA 6, and that game doesn't come out for another year. Cricket's out in, what, 3 weeks, 4 weeks? Haven't seen a single pixel, and you expect me to make a judgment call on it. Yeah. Alright, I'm getting rid of Warren from the attack. Let's go with, can we go, oh yes, let's go the Michael Clark. Why is Hussey rated 86 with the ball? That's ridiculous. Over!
End of the over. The score is now 9 for 204. Change your bowling. The fingers to that.
Alright. Get ready. Ooh. 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 Hussey is an undisputed strike bowler. That is true. I need to sneeze, everyone. I don't know when, but I can sense it. Oh. Really just came out of nowhere. It's like an RKO. Seriously. Oh! That's close. That is close. Huzzah! Foot sneaks out. Oh, does he get it back in time? Nah, he's back. He's back. Hey, Michael Clark did win a test match for Australia. Against India. He took, what, 3 wickets in and over? Oh, doing exactly this. I don't know how that's survived that over. 9 for 204. I'm going to get another tissue because hay fever is peaking. Sorry, I just read Maxie's comments. Oh my gosh. You know what? You're not wrong. Broad's hit a boundary. These are all handy runs. The lead is up to 20, I believe, now for England. And Stuart Broad's 14 valuable runs have done the job. There's more. More of them. We'll get a couple. Gabba pitch better be good this year. As long as it doesn't rain. That's what happened last year. You had the big rainstorm, didn't you? At the Gabba. Oh, nice. To be fair, today's show had some just like icon. Oh, that's a thick edge. That's a racing away. And that will be a boundary. Handy sort of runs there from Stuart Broad. I feel like we've got a chance of getting Jimmy out. That's probably missing the off stump. I don't think it turned enough. That's definitely a dot ball. Hey, Twisty, get a wicket in the next over. All right, I'll do my best. But I can't make the game do things. That's the game that has to do them. Do I play any games on my phone? Sorry, I don't play any games on my phone. That's what the computer's for. You know, that's what the computer's for. Play games on the computer. Sorry, I didn't get that over. I'm surprised Stark doesn't have a wicket, to be honest. Let's just go for some Yorkers, shall we? And he's hit it. And he's hit it into the gap, just the one. Actually, they'll get the two. How about this over? We'll try this over as well. Ooh. Shape in, shape away. What's the play? Maybe shape away. Stan, I love your advice. I'm not going to take it, but I love it. Do you reckon Renshaw can be the opening batter against England this summer? There's potential there. If they play like a warm-up game or something, if there's some sort of bat-off that he's involved with, there's a chance, you know? There's a chance. I just think Marnus is the one who just has to get picked. Like, I can't see a universe where he's not picked. You know? Like, Renshaw might be in the squad if they think they need a specialist opener. Especially now that he's back in the one-day side. Or he's in the one-day side for the first time. Oh! Shot. Jimmy, Jimmy, Jimmy. Jimmy, 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 Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy, 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 Jimmy Anderson. It's a real shame that this last wicket partnership has just been able to really be annoying. If people be consistent and they want people picked on current form as the complaints... hang on. As the complaints are every year, then Marnus has to be picked. There's no way around it. I agree. I agree. He has to be picked. I don't think there's a way you can justify not picking him over someone else who's made less runs than he has in recent time. Especially when literally the last test match he did play, he opened. And he was just not in good form at that time. So, like, Interesting. Because it felt like they were moving on from Marnus based off how they picked the West Indies team, which made sense. But then obviously Marnus came back and got really good again. So, and that's what you should really be doing, is picking the team based on who's going to win it for you then, because they're the players in form rather than the players who are, you know, just meandering along and have been in the team for a while. But it's also like, it's not as if Marnus is someone who, like, it's not like he's like Marcus Harris, right, for example, who had a lot of opportunity to test cricket and never did anything with it. Marnus has a lot of test match hundreds, which cannot be ignored. So I think that's the difference, is he's tested and he's proven his effectiveness. Think about Khawaja a few years ago, right? Like, Khawaja didn't play test cricket for a few years, got back into really good form in Shield cricket, got picked because someone got COVID. I think it was Head got COVID. So Khawaja came into the mix, and then all of a sudden he made like back-to-back tons because he was in form, and you picked a player in form who made more sense. So like, you have to do it. Prime Stark or Prime Archer? Oh mate, come on. What is this? The one thing Archer has over Stark is he bowled that winning super over in a World Cup final. Where, to be fair, didn't even win the game. Because it was the same amount of runs and they won on countback. But that's still an achievement. Whereas, you know, Mitch Stark obviously just had the game won for Australia a lot earlier because of getting rid of Brendan McCullum on the third or fourth delivery of a World Cup final. Run out chance. They're back.
End of the over. The batting team are now 9 for 229.
Increase the mic volume. I think I just need to speak louder. It's probably just the positioning of it as well. It's a bit mill. Hello. See, that's too close. It's also because I don't have the thing installed. Because I'm on my new computer. I don't have the drivers installed. Just whether you're in gamer pose or lean. But that's exactly right. I got a forward lean. That's how I get this last wicket. Sorry, headphone users. This is really not going my way. I would have really loved to just... Do you guys not do that? Do you not forward lean? It's so funny. Whenever I'm playing with my friends and they're playing rubbish on a game, they're just like, I'm leaning forward now, don't worry. And then all of a sudden they're just expected to be better because they're leaning forward. That's a pie. Genuine pie. I need to work out what I'm going to do with this mic position, though. Maybe I move it from here to here, like have it come across here, but then I block this monitor. Just none of the positions for it work. None of them are really are good. Here's actually okay, because then I can still see everything. It's just hard looking at the monitor all the time. Unless I put the mic like on the table, but I don't have a desk thing. I don't have a desk spot for the mic. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. I'll try not to yell in your face. New ball available in just 2 overs. I'd prefer it to not get to that point. Can Kohli score a century in the series, or is he washed? It's one-day cricket. He's much better at that. Oh, Jimmy. Another boundary. But I think Kohli's biggest problem is he still loves nicking the ball outside off stump if you put it there enough. You know, that's how you get him. Okay, Eric's lost bro. Welcome in. Welcome in. Last ball to Stark over, please. Just, not good enough. Hayden keeping? Yes, Hayden is keeping. That was an accident. Gilchrist in the outfield. Ponting in the slips. It's just a big front pad. Oh, he's got him. Out of nowhere. Unexpected, as always. Just a faint tickle. And he's gone. See you, Stuart Broad. Warren ends 5 for 42. Excellent. Excellent from the King of Spin. There were some ridiculous moments there. Some ridiculous catches. Spin taking 6. Pace with the other 4. 233. That last wicket stand worth 39 runs. Gives England a lead of 44 heading into the second innings. So, this could be problematic. Matthew Hayden just phasing through the sight screen there. Stuart Broad looking sharp. Fingers crossed we don't completely cook this up before we've even begun. Hurrah! Sorry. That's not a bad spot for the mic. If it gets too quiet, let me know. Now we wait for the classic 150 all-out masterclass. That's exactly right. Yes. We can do it. We can do it. We can find a way to get out for 150. So if I'm 44 behind, I need 244 for them to be chasing 200. And is that defendable? I don't know. I don't know. What's defendable? What, in fact, is defendable? That delivery. Play Dale. That's a nice drive. First runs of the innings. The single. 544 would be a good score. I think so. That's lovely from Langer. He doesn't waste time. Doesn't even bother running. 5 off the first over. No, 5 without loss. Then Matt. 1,044. Definitely 1,044 we could defend. Yeah. What did I mean by reset up the stream? My OBS was clear. Oh, gone! What a delivery from Jimmy! This was brilliant. Shaped in. Hayden on the back foot. Just maybe a little tickle. Stumps. Oh, dear. Didn't take long. 1 for 5. Punter in next. That was just... Can we just have a look at this on the replay? Did it nip away, or what happened? Yeah, well... I mean, it's probably getting caught at slip anyway if it doesn't hit the stumps. Not good. Anderson, 1 ball, gets a wicket. G'day, Noah. How are you, sir? Hope you're well. Panic. 145 runs to go. It begins. Don't worry, guys. I was leaning back. You know, that's what happens. That's what happens when you lean back. You just can't play as good when you're leaning back. You got to be leaning forward. You got to be leaning in the mix. You got to be inside the game. Do I think it'll come out on Switch? I think only Switch 2. Ponting through the covers. Glorious. It's going to be like that one Ashes match, 60 all out, then Dean will defend 20 and win by 1 run as always. That's exactly right, because everything is rigged. Don't you forget it. The game is pure rigged, the all out for $9.99. May I ask why you have not streamed in a month or so? Didn't I stream like a week ago? Shot. You have to become the bat, become the ball. Become the umpire and give everything not out. That's really what you got to do. 2 weeks. Yeah, it probably was 2 weeks. I think I was very busy last week. Edged. Oh, dropped short. Oh, I remember what not to do. Don't hit anything off the back foot. That's what everyone said. Everyone told me. Don't hit anything off the back foot. You'll just nick it. So even that, just hit it off the front foot. There's some weird thing in the game right now where, yeah, if you play it off the back foot, you're so much more likely to nick the ball than if you play it off the front foot. Front foot it is, everyone. No run. Yes, that's exactly what happened for the first week. It was a back foot shot. Exact same shot just then. Cut that little nick, just didn't carry. Or just do the Maxwell challenge with someone else, then Prime D and will come out. That's exactly right. Or when I'm 9 down, all of a sudden it'll just become good. 12 days ago, to be exact, according to Noah, was my last stream. Thank you for putting me on notice. Over! 1:30. I double dog dare you to play one shot off the back foot. I'd prefer to not. Why you play so slow? Why the criticism? Cade? Why? I'm still scoring at 4 and over. That's pretty good for a test match. If they bowl it in a good area, I've got to leave the ball. Oh. Dean, at one point I thought that Maxwell challenge was physically impossible. I can't believe I did that. There was one point where I genuinely thought it was cursed. That's lovely. That's 4. And then I reckon it was like attempt 480 or something. Like it was maybe somewhere in the mid to late 300s where I just started going for really high strike rate. And that gave me a lot more confidence because I literally had to change the entire way I was pacing the innings to make it feel like it was possible. The chair did go through. Yeah, the chair was absolutely getting a beating of the highest order. Yeah. Over. Joe Inglis is so hard to use because every shot has to be on the back foot. Is that because he's a small little boy? Just like me. No run. No run. Yeah, it was like the innings where it was like down to a run a ball. Was hard, and then like I'd have to try and force a boundary. And then sometimes we get luckier than others with the fielding or like the field positionings. No run. No run. Exactly, Mac. It was just one of those moments in time you can never forget. You know, you can just never forget that. Honestly. Extraordinary. No run.
End of the over. The batting team are now on 1 for 23.
Like there were actually so many things that made it difficult. There was obviously the superhuman fielding element was hard. The fact that the game just would play against you the whole time. The ball going through the bat was still a glitch because you couldn't use custom sliders on scenarios. Oh, that's a nice delivery, that. And also, yeah, I'll fix it, Brentos, at some point.
Doing homework RN, so stream on mute, but I can't wait for Cricket 26. I hope I get some shifts so I can get pre-order.
Nice, T-Dog. Thank you for the biddies. I wouldn't bother pre-ordering if I was you. I mean, maybe if you want to pre-order, I suppose, if it's hard to purchase games in your local area. That's probably the only time really anyone needs to pre-order games, is if it is tricky to get it in their area. But otherwise, I don't think it's ever worth it to pre-order anything, because most of the time retailers have them in the store day one with whatever pre-order bonuses are there, and probably it's normally a bit cheaper too. And you normally get a bit of understanding of whether the games are good. Cut away. Huge. Didn't get there. See you, Brentos. Is it still raining? Still raining in Perth. Jeez. Thought that was only one day ever. See you, Eric. That's a nice drive for nothing. But this has been a good start to the innings, despite the Hayden wicket early. Wouldn't have had any play if the game was there. There you go. Wow. Wow. What do you do when you finish a career mode? Do you start another one and just don't stream it? Nope. I couldn't tell you the last time I played this game that was not on a stream. Oh, that had airtime. Like, I could not do career mode longer than I did it. Like, I think if I do another career mode, it's probably only going to be a couple of months again. That's nice. Into the gap. Fielders can't work it out between them. We will look for 3 runs and get it. Max says, I'm skipping work for this. That's... Come on. Come on, mate. There'll be a VOD. It's not that good. And I'll edit it all into one nice video by the end of the test match. It'll be fabulous. My Cricket 22 career mode was long. I think 24 was still like 150 episodes. But I think it was only like... Maybe it was less than that. Yeah, 22 I think was a while. Oh, I can't remember really. Yes, old GJ Weaver. 250 episode career mode. I would have definitely lost my brains after about... Oh, edged, taken. Ponting trying to drive. Anderson gets the wickets. That is a disappointing little moment. We were just looking nice at the crease. And it is the captain who has to depart. It's 2 for 35. It's a shame. But yes, 250 episodes is absolutely insane. I hope he's doing okay, because I could not be. It could not be me doing that. Could not be me. Still 9 behind. just the 2 down. But the rate is pretty good right now. The rate is pretty good right now. We did do like a little mini-series during the T20 World Cup that was here in Australia, where we kind of did like a 20-minute podcast sort of previewing stuff. You hope you start in state level in career mode like Don Bradman 14 takes too long to get up the ranks. I don't think it takes that long. I think it's more just... There's obviously a lot more to do once you're in the state team. Like, I generally, if I'm doing it from a video perspective, I try to not stay at local league for more than, like, 5 videos. 5, 6 videos. You kind of just want to speed run through it. But you also get some cult hero players that the comment section gravitate towards. We love the generated name players. It's always a vibe. Joe asks, any Cricket 26 news? They changed the covers. There's an Australian cover. There's an England cover. There's an Indian cover, which doesn't have anyone on it. So they got rid of the placeholder covers. That's about it. Open Cricket 26, the World Cups are in career mode from the get-go. That's exactly right. Fixed career modes to have World Cups. That's a boundary. It's 2 for 41. This is my second innings. In case you're wondering. That's better, Langer. That'll give Australia the lead if he can pick up a boundary here. Which he can. So they'll get it back. All of a sudden, we've got to set some sort of target here for the English. And we've got 8 wickets in the shed to do so. So that Anderson and Broad partnership of 40-odd, they managed to do to give themselves a lead as all of a sudden evaporated. This is a tight single. Langer makes it 2 for 46. What are my Ashes predictions? I will do a big Ashes predictions video very soon. That's a top edge. That's 4. It's gone over everyone. I didn't want to play it off the back foot. We know how much the back foot hurts you. But Langer's found the boundary anyway. That's just, yeah, woeful. We're playing at the MCG. Yes. Stan. All of a sudden, JL. Nice little knock here. 31 off 26. It's been very, very handy, this. No run! Anderson has 2 for 22. No flopping available. Whipped. And 4. 10 overs gone. 2 for 54. Need to dig in and put a partnership on. I think this is going well. Flintoff back into the attack, or into the attack for the first time in this innings. Stephen, what's that? What's that, Stephen? Stephen, what are you doing there, Stephen? Sorry, I wasn't leaning forward hard enough. Lean forward more. If you're on 99 IRL for the Aussie Test team and you're facing Bumrah, how would you get your run? Well, you know he's going to target the stumps at some point. You just work away for a little cheeky single on the leg side. Don't you think you're playing too fast for a test match? Haven't you heard of aggressive cricket? I've been slammed in this innings for playing too slow and too fast. That's peak internet, everyone. Peak internet. No run. This is Dean ball, yes. Oh, that's the end of the second session of play. Anderson, both wickets. Of Hayden and Ponting were the ones who fell. Still got plenty of batting to come. Broad, Anderson, Flintoff, bowled a maiden. A maiden. And this is the state of affair at tea on day 2. 2 for 54 after 11 overs. Australia led it by just 10 runs after rolling England for 233. I reckon anything that they need to chase that's above 200, I would back myself to win the match. In fact, anything more than about 180, I back myself to win the match. Stokes into the attack. So it's both all-rounders with the ball. Flintoff and Stokes. It's 33 degrees here at the MCG. That's just too straight. Langer able to work it away to the leg side, just the two. And the day 3 conditions, look at that overcast. Potential for a bit of swing, a bit of swing this way, that way. Yes. No run. Dean ball is you either get runs or get out. It works 70% of the time, every time. That's exactly right. Well, that's too straight again. Once again, worked fine for a couple more. In fact, they'll come back for a third. Steve Smith just getting in there. Shot. Stephen. 4. Favourite Scotty Boland moment? Probably the caught and bowled to secure the 5-wicket haul. Although Boland was very good in that World Test Championship final that Australia beat India in. I think he would. Did he win Player of the Match? No, I think Head maybe won Player of the Match in that. But I'm pretty sure Boland was the leading wicket taker in that. Yeah. Hi, Tom. Hi, Tom. Ooh. Short one taken on. Just the one. Just the old one. 1-1. Why is it that Head always does so well in every final by scoring hundreds or insane catches? Or both? Just a big game player. What's your ball visual speed? I'm not sure the answer to that question. Somewhere in the 70s, maybe the 80s. No run. No.
End of the over.
2 for 66.
2 for 66.
Yes. And yes. No run. Oh, yep. That could be 4. That will be 4. Langer is on some sort of superior form line right now. He's scoring very nice. Josh says, I think the last one I played was Cricket 19. This looks literally identical. Identical. It actually is... no, this is not 19. Very different games, having played both a lot. This is identical to 22. But 19, no, very different.
The over. The score is now 2 for 73.
Like 19, the heads are huge. The frame rate's terrible. The animations, ugh. The edges, insane. This one, still a lot of problems. But very different. One of your favorite moments in this game is when there was a bug where you ran 200 in a T20. I mean, it was a great time to be alive. Cricket 26 will be lackluster. I would not expect it to be luster. You know? Edged. Over the keeper's head. Another boundary. And that's 50. For Justin Langer. Not to be confused with Justin Timberlake. Which some people have, I'm sure, in the past. But someone who hits 9 fours in just 43 deliveries to deliver themselves a half century, you'd think is probably Justin Langer. Yeah. Twisty bowler, 4th stump in swing at length. I'm on the batting team, so I can't do that. Yes. Play scoop shot. You can't play scoops in this game. You can play rams, but they're just not effective. The game's... You think this game has the ability to play an effective scoop shot? Wrong. Can't do such things. I'm still live on Twitch, yeah. Oof. It's called both. It's called multi-stream. It's just easier to have the VOD here. On the tube. No run. Slog to cow corner, you won't do it. I won't do it, Tom. Because look, there's a fielder right there. That's Joseph. I don't know what his middle name is, but Root. probably won't be able to do that, yeah. Alright. Congratulations on the Oz women winning the World Cup. Well, they haven't got there yet, but I feel like they're in the prime position to do it. You know? Yeah. Did I see what Kerry O'Keefe said? I'm not sure. He says a lot of things. Yeah, I mean, it's live stream, chat. What do you expect? Nothing to see there. Fine. Look for just the one. Just the one. This is a much better innings than the last one. Where was I in the last innings? I feel like I was 5 for 83. Currently 2 for 78. So yes, this is a much better start to the innings than the first innings. Am I going to the Ashes? Yes. Poof. Just wait for the one. India and Australia. No, it's just there's 3 one-day matches, 5 T20s, and that's it. That's the whole thing. Then Australia play England. That is a lovely drive. Worth 1. 3 from the over, 2 for 80. Yeah. I would love to go to the Ashes, but I just moved to Melbourne and know no one. Just go by yourself. I went to the cricket in England by myself. I've been to the cricket in Melbourne by myself. I've been to the football in Brisbane by myself. Sometimes you just got to do things. You'll make conversation with people around you. Yeah, it's just the one. I go to the gym by myself all the time. 50 partnership for Smith and Langer. Steve Smith has just 8 of those runs. Tom, will I go to the Adelaide Test with you? When is it? If you're providing the free accommodation, I'll come. I'll drive. Am I playing footy next year? I said to the boys, because we had the best and fairest on Friday night, where I got 1 vote. I was very happy with that. That I could potentially play next year. I said if everyone else is playing, it'll be hard to get the FOMO. Edge taken! Oh, that was just fire. I actually did not want to hit that sort of a shot. And in the end, it is Stokes who gets the breakthrough, as he often does. Steve Smith will have to go. I was just trying to whip it to the leg side, and it's played an on-drive. In the end, the ball has just fallen in the hands of Andrew Strauss, and Smith goes for 8. It's 3 for 85. Michael Clock in next. If you know, you know, and the spin comes into the attack. Oh, jeepers. Right, everyone, we're screwed. Spin's on. It's game over. Oh, jeez. This is good. It's This is very nice from Swanee. Looking dangerous. It's the one. No run. Hey, Jimbo. How are you there, sir? Overgone. 3 for 86. Just the one from it. How long's the stream? Probably another, I want to say half hour. Still to come. It's nice and fine. Another one. Eased away. What do you think about the Adelaide Strikers? Good team. Good fans. Good ground. Not bad. Don't mind them. Likeable players. Lynn Sanity. Head Sanity. Carey Sanity. What else they got? Short, Matty Short. He plays for the Strikers. They still got Henry Thornton, I think. He's alright. A few other players. Do some things. Oh, shape. Oh. I would have loved to just smash that. It was a horrid ball. Horrid ball. But we'll cop the wide, I guess, is good results. What are my thoughts on the Afghanistan versus Zimbabwe one-off test? Hang on. After this ball. No run. And what are my thoughts on the one-off test series in general? I think if it... Like, it's tough for some of those nations that obviously don't make a lot of money from test cricket. But they still want to play test cricket. So I think that's where it does work. You know? Bro, don't you work at the MTG? Yes, the Magic the Gathering. The tennis ground. I work everywhere. I work here. I work there. I work everywhere. And that's not a joke. I do work at a lot of places. Dean, when watching the ODI, I was hearing Hussey talk about how Australia loses its home ground advantage in bilateral series because our domestic competitions don't play at the main grounds around the country like other nations, including England, do. Do you agree? Or is the support the fans give enough to spur the team on? I wouldn't say they lose their home ground advantage. It does make sense what they were saying. They were saying, like, the SCG, for example, they used to play 5 Shield games there. They might only play, like, 1 or 2 now. The MCG, like Victoria, only play, like, 1 or 2 Shield games there, whereas most of them get played at Junction Oval. Yeah, like, so there is definitely that limitation on the guys coming through. But obviously, if you are Cummins or Stark or whoever that plays regularly in the Australian side, or even if you're playing in Big Bash and stuff, you're still getting experience on those surfaces. So it is still very much a home ground advantage. And the conditions, you're still used to the conditions, you know? Yeah. There is a Jimmy Jimmy chant going around. It's very quiet. Why is Jimmy Anderson playing? Because this is an Ashes team based off the last 25 years, not just off who's currently still playing. Run. Last ball over. And it's another dot. It's 3 for 92. The rate's somewhere in the 4s. You can see the crowd really piling in here to the MCG. I think I'll be sitting somewhere in that vicinity, potentially for the 4th test. Full toss. And punched away by Clark. Straight through the covers. You kind of look like Travis Head. I wouldn't have thought so. No run. No run. I'm getting tired. What is it? How long have we got? Another hour of play. It's what, 15 overs? 16 overs, something like that. Were you ever considering including the White Ball series in your yearly summer cricket play along, or nah, just the tests? Because I know they are quite draining. I once tried it myself and coincidentally found a lot of rain delays from the second test through to the last test. Rain delays in cricket 24. I feel like we haven't had a rain delay in a game. Oh, there's an edge and out. Oh dear, I played a back foot shot when I really should not have played a back foot shot, and it is the end of Langer. Anderson has 3. Jimbo, that's on you for distracting me. I'm just kidding. I would have done it anyway. Langer out for 62. 4 for 96. Hussey to the middle. You mean you just couldn't be bothered? Yeah. Like, I didn't do it for a couple reasons. Oh, there is 2 there. I obviously prefer to do it in, like, I would have preferred to do it in the new game. So, like, if 26 had come out earlier, I might have tried it in that. That's probably going to be a boundary for Michael Hussey, and it is. Yeah, and also, like, I probably just don't have the time now. Whereas, like, when the new game comes out, I will really obviously try to make the time to get it done. Dean being tired automatically means a collapse of 7 for 20. Is it listed on the classification website yet? I haven't actually looked. I don't think I've checked for a couple of weeks. I think I checked, like, after the announcement. It still wasn't there. G'day, Sarge. Oh, LB. Hello, sir. How are you on this fine... I don't even know what date it is. Monday evening. It's a Monday, right? Yes.
End of the over. The batting team are now on 4 for 104.
Bro, you can't play a ramp shot in this game. It's stupid. Did you work today? Our group chat was going off. Not in a good way. Old DT was not having a fun time. I can't reverse sweep either, because look, there's an idiot right there. He'll catch it. You're asking for a lot here, Lucas. I must say. You're asking for a lot. There's a 1. Will I play all 5 tests or will the AO get in the way? No, AO won't get in the way because that'll be after the Sydney test. If anything, yeah. You're going back to the AO this year. I know it looked unlikely for a bit, given you took 3 months through the Maxi Challenge. Yes, it did take me 3 months to do the Maxi Challenge. I did that after the AO last year. Like, that's... yeah. I'll give you a sweep shot, for fuck's sake. I'll just try a regulation first. There we go. There's just a normal sweep. I'll get you a reverse shortly. They're tricky. They're tricky to do. I'm only 62 runs ahead, and I've only got 6 wickets in the shed. You know? We can only do so much. Can't give you everything. Can't give you everything everywhere all at once. The next stream will probably be... I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question. Potentially Wednesday. Edged, gone! Oh, that is rubbish. That's a shame, everyone, I must say. Jimmy Anderson is absolutely ripping through me. It looked like a bottom edge and just gone straight through to Big Matty Pryor. It's 5 for 108. We've got Gilchrist and the bowlers to come. Problems. This might not make it to post-production. That's exactly right. All right, come on, Gilly. No run there. What is he? 4 for 35, Jimmy. Who has the other wicket? Dean on the Maxwell challenge. This is only because there's an extended break between the first and second test. Yes. Yes. All right. This is what happens when I try to have fun. I ruin it. Smashed, Gilchrist. That'll be 4. We're going to have to just play Gilly Ball and just pummel it. Jeff Hardy at 2. That's huge. G'day, Mason. How are we, sir? Any counter-strikes going on of late? That'll be 2. No, nothing. No skins. Any good multi-wins? Are you on the NBA multis like some of the other boys are these days? Oh, that's a leading edge, no run. No. All right. Keep it simple, I guess. Oh! Go on the reverse. And straight into... I think that's Joseph Root. Yeah. You want to know my top 3 humans of all time? Goodness me. That's a difficult task. Thanks for associating me with Counter-Strike and Well, what do you really want to be known for, Mace? That's, think about that. What do you really want to be known for? In the air. Oh, on the bounce. Anderson was looking at a 5th. Yeah, they have a big glowing light on it now. Toby's here. Huge. Oh, I love it when all the boys are online. It really makes for some fun times. Well, that's nice and fine. That'll be a boundary. You love to see it. Yeah, if we're thinking top 2, I don't know. I like Dave Bautista. He'd be up there. He's got to be up there with the GOATs. And yeah. Maybe like Daniel Radcliffe. He seems pretty good. Jesus in there. I mean, I think he's definitely S tier. But you know, you can't really. You know, what do you do with that? What about like the Tooth Fairy? Maybe like the Tooth Fairy's up there, you know. It's YouTube chat, Lucas. It's just how it is. This is normally why I don't have a YouTube chat. I just bin it because there's no point. The Twitch chat is superior. What is happening? Fucking hell. Yes, Tobes, yes. Still the evil empire. In fact, it's even more evil these days. It's an even bigger empire. Or smaller, depending on how you look at it. The Death Star. To be fair, I'm still streaming on Twitch, and that's just as much of a evil empire after the TwitchCon ordeal on the weekend. That's a whole other ballgame going on there, isn't it? Now, Michael Clark has been playing just a reasonably ordinary innings at the other end. He's 11 off 36, but he's still in. So that's not a bad result. Oh! I guess he's found some form because that is massive. Now, I'm not up to date with the memes, but is this the time where everyone says, do you know what else is massive? Because that was a huge hit. That was all the way. The Twitch chat is a lot more civil, you know. It is. No run there. No run there. $85 runs the lead. If I can somehow... I have 0, Jimbo. Absolute donuts. We have decorum. Decorum, do we? So I agree. Free Dean. That's what we need. What is your main goal of cricket to 26? I would just like for the game to be fun. Oh, beat that man. No, Dale. Absolutely not. This is a real busking territory. That's just the one. In fact, that's not even a run. There's a long off and a deep cover point. Which makes me think this is just going to be outside off the whole time. Hey, Saro. Welcome back. That's again not in the gap. Come on. Come on, you dummy. Oh, no run. I would really love to just send the ball in the air, especially over mid-wicket, but I just don't know if I'm going to get that. I've smashed that. Watch me get given out on something stupid here. It's 5 for 129. It's a maiden, I think. Big bad strip brought back in. Dean, are you a generous telethon donator? I don't think so. Well, I have some other causes that I put some things into, but the telethon is not something I've been a part of late. Oh, that's all. I was going to say a wide, and then I thought about running a by, which was probably a terrible idea. I decided to go back the other way. Yes. That's too full. Clark takes full advantage of it. There's another boundary. This is good. This is good batting. This is good batting. What are we at here? 4:27. That's another 33 minutes of play, we think, left in the day. No run there. That's probably, what, 7 overs? Something like that. Is this England Legends? No. England Legends v Australia Legends? No. This is the best Ashes players from the past 25 years. Playing off. So I wouldn't consider it a Legends. Although there are definitely players here who would probably make a Legends team. As Gilchrist goes down the ground, picks up 2 more. This ring field. What is this, one-day cricket? That should be a boundary. And it is. Deadliest error of Stark. 2015 ODI World Cup Stark was just pretty damn good, I think. He might not have been his best test bowling Stark, but he was definitely like... There's probably been no one better in white ball as a quick, other than maybe Bumrah. Bumrah's probably the only one. He's been very good. (2019). I don't quite think he was as good in 2019. Like, obviously 2015 Australia won, so like it made them look better. It made his performance look better. And he won player of the tournament. Did he not? Obviously he was up against like Bolt and stuff, who had, you know, the prime New Zealand swinging conditions a lot of the time. Now, am I the only one who thinks the manager mode is literally just going to be an exact copy of what they have in AFL and rugby and just be very mid? It'll be like, yeah, you can manage the club's finances, which affect literally nothing, ever. It's just a screen where you can change things. It's another good shot to push the lead over 100. And it's just the 2. As of late, all they have to do is beat Cricket Captain, which is getting pretty shit. But the whole point of Cricket Captain is like sim stuff. This is obviously going to be playing / interpreting screen data. Yeah. Yes, I agree. RE Manager Mode, I hate it in Rugby League 26, says David. I didn't really play AFL much, but I know like it was almost exactly the same between the 2 games. But it's just like there seems like there's a lot of just stuff that bloats the game without really making it better. Like, I think there's a difference between having mechanics that are interesting for hardcore players versus just bloating stuff for the sake of it. And that's what I thought they did with AFL. It was like planning the flights and planning this. Like, there's so much stuff that you can do, but it's almost like too much that it takes away what you would like to be doing. Like, I feel like you have to have, in a manager mode, you need the elements to play into the game itself. Like, you don't want to just be playing, for example, let's use AFL as an example. You don't want to be playing 23 single matches, and then your only thing with manager mode is like the team in and outs based on injuries is like the one driving mechanic. You know, there needs to be things that affect the gameplay in and around the mode to make it make more sense. Dinky shows the wagon wheel. I can. Sorry. Graphs? No. Review? Big wheel. Everyone.
For 146.
It's pretty clockwork. There's a lot of around the ground. Sorry, Jimbo, I missed it. I was on a rant. It's into the gap. We'll look for a couple more. And we'll get a couple more. Handy little partnership, this. Because it's just steadied it enough. Like, it's not quite enough to really be defendable just yet. But it's... But, you know, it's enough to be like, we're in an okay spot. Dean, about 4 months ago, I informed you about the Cena heel turn, and you told me he would not live as a heel. Turns out you're right. Yeah, it's great. Amazing. It was a great. And that match with AJ Styles was excellente. That's very fine. That'll be 4. Did you ever do side playing a sport professionally? Decide? I was never going to play sport professionally. My genetics won't allow it. That's high. That's far. And that's 4. What would you actually like the career mode to detail? My opinion on how you make career mode better is you don't fill it with shit like finances or whatever. Like, I don't mind like having like scouting reports for up and coming players. I don't mind it having obviously injuries and managing squads and things like that. But I think it needs to have something that gives you emotional investment and helps build the imagination as to what's going. It has to have world building in it. Like, that's what a career mode should have. Like, it should have a news network or something that is, you know, promoting what's happening around the competitions in the world. Like, you know, let's say India win a test match against South Africa. It should say India have won 3 games in a row or something. Like, so you're understanding what's going on in the world of your career mode or your manager mode. It shouldn't just be like, here are all the things relevant to you. It should be like, this is the world you are playing in, and these are the things you need to pay attention to in that world that we've built. That's what I think any of the big ant games have failed to capture in how their career modes have been presented. At least Cricket 22 kind of had a little bit of that when you had like a few different cutscenes, because it was kind of the only time we've seen that. But yeah, the question is, does Big Ant really care that much? Well, I mean, we don't know. Like, I don't work there. I don't know. I'm sure nobody sets out to make a bad game, right? Nobody sets out to make a game that people are not going to like. Everyone wants to make the best thing. But the thing is,
And that brings up the 50 partnership for these two.
it feels like because of the way they have progressed recently in the last, like the trends of how their games have been being made recently, it does feel like there's no longer community input into how like what players actually want. Like, I don't want them to say, oh, we've listened to the community and we've done this. But it's like, well, have you actually asked the community, what do you want? Like, cricket is the 3rd biggest sport in the world, but it is still niche in terms of a market. Because it does not exist in America. It does not, it does not exist in America or, it's not a big blockbuster sport like football or Madden or basketball or baseball, you know. You know what I mean? All right. Anyway, it's 5 for 158. We are going along quite nicely right now. Needs to have Gus doing a weekly podcast wrap of daily news or a mock NRL 360. But way more global cricket than NRL or AFL, but get your point. Yeah, no, I get it. Like, I don't think it needs to be that dramatic. Like, if you build a world inside a game where you're telling the stories that are happening around, like, all you need is a message on the screen to be like, India have won, their last 3 tests, and like, just even if AI writes the freaking news report, like, I don't care. If AI does it, what a win for the AI, but it just needs to be something that makes you feel like you're invested. Because if it's just a soulless world, for lack of a better term, who really cares? That's again through mid-wicket. Just off the pads, clipped away. They'll come back for a 3rd. Bit of tag teaming in the field over there. Australia pushing this lead up to 117. Gilchrist going at a nice little aggressive nature here. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. Dean, thoughts on the Big Bash kits this year? I haven't actually seen them yet. And also the comp as a whole. I feel the comp is becoming less significant and exciting and just more a background comp that some people enjoy. Well, I haven't seen the kits, so that's first of all. Is it becoming less significant? I think maybe from a global sense, because there are a lot more bigger franchise cricket tournaments around the world. Like the SA20, even, what is it, MLC, IPL, PSL. Like there's a lot more franchise cricket that is bigger than the Big Bash and pays a lot more. That is the end of the day's play, everyone. Huge. We're still in, which is a great result at the end of 2 days. 5 for 161. This partnership is worth 53 runs, if you can believe it. Let me get out of the way. Jimmy has 4, Ben Stokes has 1, and it is Clark and Gilchrist trudging along for the Aussies as they lead it by 117 runs. This is probably going to be a 4-day match, but it could be 3 depending on how much longer we can stick around with the bat. So at the end of 2 days, Australia lead it by 117 runs, and that's it. That's the end. That's the end. The end of the day's play. Stop recording, yes. You don't love what they've done to the Perth Scorchers kits? I haven't seen the kits. I'll have a look at them another time. Maybe tomorrow. Is this raining? Oh my god, it is raining. But I'm going to leave it there for today, everyone. Thank you for being here. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves. But I'm going to sleep because I have things to do in the morning and I would like to get enough sleep for that. So I will try to be back. I'll try to be back on Wednesday night to continue this test match. Otherwise, I will see you guys